Welcome back, Eagle Nation. It's Sam. It's Josh. We're back with another Eagles Nest podcast. How are you doing today, Josh?
I'm doing good. I feel like we haven't done this in a while.
Yeah, I know, right?
It feels like it's been a long couple of days, long couple of weeks.
Has it been a week since we recorded?
It's been a week.
Did we record last week?
I think we did. I think we did.
I think we did.
We did. It just felt like we didn't record.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while. November's here. Thanksgiving is literally 2 weeks away.
I know. That's kind of nuts, by the way, how fast the semester has gone by.
That means finals.
Oh. That means finals.
I just ruined the podcast episode right there.
That means papers. That means projects.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean papers? I mean, computer science major. Papers.
I'm trying to be general for the audience.
Oh, my bad. Papers.
I know for us it would just be projects. Yeah.
And then that one great Oh, here's an online exam.
Here's an online exam. Good luck. Thank you.
Go next.
GG go next.
Yeah. But we do, like I said, we have another great episode of the Eagles Nest Esports podcast to talk about today. We got some. This is gonna be a weird episode. I'm not gonna lie. Cause
we have some.
I have season teams too. We got some playoff teams.
Yep. Postseason's about to start for everyone. I don't think. Has anyone started their postseason yet?
Yes, Rocket League has. But we'll get into that later.
Right.
But like I said, we have 4 teams going into the postseason. Looking forward to it. Yay. And then, we had some tryouts, too. We have some tryouts. We still are not done with them.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot more to come, so we will go over it in detail.
Exactly. Of course,
Your favorite segments of the week. Josh's magic card of the week and
Sam's dinosaur fact.
We
also, if we go back too quickly, we also wanted to go down some of our favorite memories from the regular season.
Yeah.
As always, Oh yeah.
You heard that voice crack?
We want to talk about it. I'm tired. Also, our favorite players from the season. But like I said, we have another great episode for you. Yep. Thank you, Southern Miss, our sponsors. I don't know the whole list because I know we've had a few more.
State Farm and Coca-Cola.
There's more too.
But those are the ones.
Those are the ones I remember, and we're gonna thank them. And Toast probably gonna yell at us for forgetting the rest, but hopefully I get to learn more soon.
Yep.
But without any further ado, let's hop right into our first playoff team, who actually did have a match.
Right.
Rocket League
Academy.
Rocket League Academy. They actually ended up 4th seed in the Varsity Plus division, playing their first match against Virginia Wesleyan University. And let me just say, Prexlet, built different. I think it was a really good shot game for him. During the regular season, everyone knew about Jay, knew about strength, but I think this playoff match, Prexlet showed up and showed out.
Oh, yeah.
Dominant victory by them. They won 4-0.
Wow.
4-0. So these are best of 7s in playoffs.
Right.
So this is going to be – but we know Rocket League games. They're quick.
Yeah. That 4-0 probably took 30 minutes?
I believe so. I don't know how long the stream was.
That's just crazy.
Commentating was funny. We saw the return of Colton.
Colton Gaming back on the cast.
It was great. Funny. It was extremely funny. Great show. They will be back next week against Rochester Institute of Technology Brown. And, like I said, with some of these teams that they played before, I look forward to seeing what they bring to the table.
Yep.
I think they did lose them in the regular season, but, playoffs are a whole different story. You never know who's going to show up in playoffs because playoffs are important.
And I really like playoffs because it gets a time for everyone to run it back, So you have your kind of regular season dominant in this regular season, obviously, right? They win all their games. They look dominant the whole time. But playoffs are a single elimination format, right? So if you lose, you're done. There's we can go next week. We can improve into next week. It's on the day who's better.
That is true. And that's
brings lively matches.
Especially for those top seed teams. You're not going to expect a bottom seed team to be like, oh, yeah, we've already beat them before. Same routine as always. You never know what teams are going to show up.
Oh, yeah.
You never know. Northwood can end up losing in playoffs. You never know.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe, but, hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just a great example I have. They're undefeated,
And, yeah.
Yeah.
And Overwatch. Overwatch Gaming.
Overwatch Gaming. But, yeah, I look forward to Rocket League's next match against Rochester. It should be a great match. But moving on to 2 more teams. We're probably still in regular season. Who just finished their season. Start with Val Academy. Sam's favorite team.
Well, my second favorite
team.
I kind of have to say
that's not his own.
The team I coach is my favorite team.
The team he casts a lot of games for Val Academy.
I have to say that.
We're supposed to have a match.
Yep, but ended up the other team forfeited, so we got the
free dub.
The W.
We take free dubs.
Yeah, so we will be going into playoffs. I believe that starts next week.
Yes, they do.
So
now, if you would give me 1 sec, because I actually do have the standings. So
yeah,
tell you what seed we started with.
It's pretty Yeah, I want to see the seed and also our opponent because
the brackets are not out yet.
Okay.
Brackets are not out yet. So they ended the season.
If you go to leaderboards, I know how they do brackets.
6.
Let me see it.
They are 6th. 3-4 record, 8-9.
Okay.
No, they're 8, so it'll be 4-4. Right? They'll be 4-4 because they not included the forfeit yet. Because they have 8 matches. No, they had a bye week. Did they not have a bye week?
Yeah, but there's 10 teams, so that's correct.
All right, so just make sure. All right, so they end up in the 6th seed.
Yep.
So they'll end up playing 1 and 8. They'll play the 3rd seed in playoffs, correct?
Probably.
1 and 8, 2 and 7.
We actually have never played Samford, I think.
Have we not played
this
Samford?
Semester? Mm-mm.
I do not remember a match against Samford.
Yeah, I think we've played every other team except them. Because I remember, so South Alabama ended up taking the first seed with UTD, GG Go Next taking that second seed. That was the most recent game that was casted by me and Colby, that UTD team. The Halloween, the spooky. Yep. But really, I'm really excited for that playoff bracket just to see. I know Val Black has improved a lot since the beginning of the semester. Mm-hmm. So I want to see, like, maybe if their record doesn't indicate how strong they are actually in the bracket, and we can see some of that develop.
I'm just looking forward because I feel like this team has a lot more to prove with the playoff run coming soon. And I feel like they want to, leave a good season-ending,
I agree.
mark on themselves.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to Val Academy.
Yeah, Val Academy
postseason.
Making postseason.
Super excited. Another team making postseason. League of Legends. LOL team. Had a match against Mid-America Christian University. Yes, you heard me right. Mid-America. Once again, this is kind of weird. They're in the South Division.
Right.
And they're named Mid-America.
What about it?
the regions aren't making sense here. You get what I'm saying?
Math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing. Something ain't mathing right.
Yeah.
So Mid-America is also the number 1 seed in their division right now.
Okay.
Undefeated.
Yep.
So, very tough game for them. They did end up losing. That was on stream yesterday.
Right.
But, however, I do not know because they end up moving divisions late in the season. So I think they still have some matches to make up. Nope.
They shouldn't.
They should.
Yesterday was the last day to make games up. So.
Okay, so they still.
I think it's final.
So they still have a match unplayed against Emporia, which they probably will not end up playing. So yeah, they will.
Or maybe I don't know.
Yeah, it's just one team they haven't played, and no, 2 teams actually. They haven't played 2 teams out of their division. So, with that being said, I think they'll end the season being the 4th seed.
Okay.
But still means playoff for them.
Right.
But they'll end up playing the 5th seed team, a team they haven't played, which will be Washington U Junior Academy. So I think that'll be interesting because they haven't played in the season. Like I say, another team who just ended their regular season, going into playoffs. I'm looking forward to the LOL team.
Yep.
No, I know our production manager's going to be working hard on them streams now.
Ooh, yep. We really can't say anything about League because there was a Baron at 30. That's all I know.
I do not know nothing.
Dragon, go Bird, Gold, bot lane, jungle.
Mid.
Top lane, Bird, attack.
Towers. Destroy towers.
Shoot the towers. The core is exposed.
Faker.
Bam.
Faker. I know Faker.
Any T1 fans out there?
Oh, man. Shout out T1, man.
Did they win?
No.
Oh.
DRX won.
No.
That I can't tell you that.
Can we cover that actually? Worlds and Overwatch League both happened, like grand finals happened.
I can't tell you about the League of Legends Worlds, but I did get to see some of the Overwatch.
DRX won and.
That means Overwatch season's over? Mm-hmm. I feel like the season just started though.
Correct.
That was quick.
Correct.
That was quick.
Correct. Wow. Dallas Fuel ended up winning the grand finals. Very cool. Dallas Fuel.
Shout
out Dallas Fuel.
Isn't that under the MV brand,
MVS,
right?
yeah.
Oh, that means so technically Optic just won because Dallas Optic and MV merged into one brand.
Did they?
Yes, they're under one company now. So MV and Optic together.
Is that why in Valorant, like last year, Envy was picked up by Optic?
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Dallas Fuel is another championship for Optic and the MV brand together. So that's pretty cool. Shout out Dallas Fuel and shout out DRX, Sorry all the T1 fans out there.
I'll let it resolve.
But moving on to...
Speaking of resolving, do you have a Magic card for this week?
Oh my goodness, yes I do. So shout out to our production manager for picking out the
Number 88.
the 88th ranked commander in my Magic card of the week. Thank you.
Didn't you pick like the pirate commander too?
Yes, I did pick the pirate commander, Admiral Beckett Brass.
Admiral Beckett Brass.
For 4 mana, with that being 1 colors, one blue, 1 swamp, and then 1 mountain. He's a legendary creature. He's a human pirate, and what this does, other pirates you control gets a +1/+1 counter.
Okay.
At the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who was dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. So, it also at the low price of 79 cents. So again, another cheap commander you can build your deck around. But also you'll be building. I think you'll be trying to get as many pirates as possible, while also trying to get a good mana ramp. Because I feel like if you get control of a target non-land permanent.
Right.
I think that'll be interesting to see what you can do with that.
Yeah, it really will depend on what kind of deck you're playing against, obviously. Like if you're playing against a big permanent heavy deck, so that can be like a creature deck, that can be an enchantment heavy deck.
If it's an enchantment,
it's going to go nuts. But if you are playing against a spell slinger deck, you're going to sit there and look useless.
But yeah, Admiral Beckett Brass.
Beckett Brass.
Beckett Brass.
Beckett Brass.
There are some good cards in here that I've done seeing. So there's one card. It's a Saw in Half. I've seen this before. Saw in Half is an instant for.
It's so cringe.
For 3 mana, destroy target creature. If that creature dies this way, its controller creates 2 tokens that are copies of that creature, except their base power is half the creature's power, and their base toughness is half the creature's toughness. Wow, that card sounds like a really, really, really bad time.
It's so good. Like, because you self-target it on something that, like, has, like, a ridiculous Lord effect. Like, because there's cards that aren't legendary creatures that have, like, nuts. Like Blood Artist, for example. Like, having 2 of those is so cringe, if you can somehow get around the 1/1. But, yeah.
I also did finish my commander deck. I actually started playing with it this week.
Okay.
And I learned that there are a few cards I need to add. So, apparently I need to add a Planeswalker. It's just weird because my deck really doesn't have a strength with Planeswalker, unless it's just adding more counters or just mana ramping, and then adding probably a board wipe, because there's this one card called Chain Reaction. I don't know if you've heard of Chain Reaction, where it does X damage to every creature, where X is the number of creatures on the battlefield. So if you're playing against a bunch of tokens,
token spam, yeah.
Yep, and it'll do like there's one time I was playing against Winter One, the League of Legends player, and they had 10 4/4s. So that's 10.
Coin flip.
Yep. And so it was a bet. So I feel like I need that card.
Yeah.
It would be great. Now, will it mess me up? Probably. But, I do not care.
I do not care.
I do not care. I will be fine with it. So if there is a Planeswalker out there that will help my deck, please let me know.
Yeah, shout us out. Shout out at Jackamone on Twitter.
Shout out Jackamone.
Shout out Jackamone.
Shout out Jackamone. But time to talk
Shout out.
What else we shouting at?
Super Smash Bros.
They not have a match.
Tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah.
They have tryouts.
And don't they have their playoffs start tonight?
No, they did not make playoffs.
Hayden, did you lie to me?
Oh, you lied to me.
They have playoffs tonight for Smash.
They do?
Yeah.
What?
Josh was trolling Smash.
I think I have trolled.
I think it's Smash Academy.
It's Smash Gold because they're 4th seed right now.
What?
So here's the thing.
It's Smash Academy.
It's Smash Academy?
Yeah.
What?
Unless the coach is wrong.
Here's the thing. So breaking
Some
news.
conflicting information.
So yes, they do. They do. They play against MDC, the 4th seed team tonight. Well then, I did not know this.
I only found out yesterday.
So, breaking news from our production manager, this just happened yesterday. We just found out that we have another playoff team, Smash Academy.
Yes!
That probably just broke a lot of people's eardrums today.
I
am so sorry to everyone who had to hear that. If you're listening on Bluetooth devices, please turn now. That's probably too late now to say that.
My bad.
It's all good. We love you, Sam.
I just was so excited for Super Smash Bros.
So we play MDC Super Smash Bros. Team tonight in playoffs. If they win this match tonight, they'll play against the Ringling Rollers, which are the undefeated #1 seed in their division. So it'll be interesting to see how they do.
Yep.
But yeah, I did not know this.
Tune in tonight.
So our gold team did not make it, is what I'm hearing.
I'd imagine that's the case.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm just double-checking my sources.
The sources are coming out.
The sources are true.
Okay.
All right. But then, all the other teams. Are there any more teams?
I mean, we have one more left, but it's R6, so I don't really know if we want to cover it.
Man, it's been a tough week for us, I'm not going to lie, because guess what? We're actually beatable.
No.
Yes, we lost our final game of the regular season against Irvine Valley. They clearly were the better team. Shout out Uncle Smurf was the better player.
Yeah, Uncle Smurf little different.
Uncle Smurf, I mean, let me tell you, that guy, he was nuts. He had our number. Nothing we can do.
601.
Yeah, we lost 2-0. It was definitely not the best way I thought we would end our season.
Yeah.
But,
still ending 6-1. I believe that put you guys down to second, correct?
Yes, second.
Yep.
Because we lost 2-0. They lost 2-1. So they had.
And they also probably got the head-to-head to you guys because you guys were tied.
Yes. And like I said, they had that extra map count due to the match they played against the third seed, and they ended up losing that match. But I think the map count also helped them propel to first. So, I mean, not the best way we want to end our season, but we also do not have conference championship due to the way our season was with varsity premier and plus combining into one. So there is no conference championship for us. We will go straight to playoffs, which starts next Thursday for us.
Is that LCQ starting on that Thursday? Or?
No, we have no LCQs. Top 5 for every division go. We have 3.
So they changed it.
Yes, we have 3 divisions. So top 5 from each one. So it'll be round of 15, round of 8, round of 4.
Round of 15.
Round of 15, because top 5 in the 3 divisions. That's 15.
Yeah,
5 plus 5.
How is that bracket going to work?
I have no idea. I think one team will probably get a bye. I think it'll be like the number 1 overall seed will end up getting the bye, and everyone else will come out. I do not know how it's going to work. All I can do is wait and see what's going to happen. I look forward to it. But I can share this because it has been announced. If we were to make grand finals, we'd be traveling.
Okay.
We'll be going to Villanova University in Philadelphia.
Uh-oh. I was born like an hour and a half outside of Philadelphia.
Wow, really? Mm-hmm. Interesting. Fun fact for today.
Yep.
But we'll be at Villanova University on their campus, for grand finals. If we were to make it, it will be live streamed by NACE too. So that's our goal. I mean, it'll be a great way to end the season.
Oh yeah.
Really, really, I think a first time for our Siege team is being able to travel to a in-person tournament and actually compete. I know experience of competing on land. It's a fun time. It's a great.
Great experience.
So I would love to get our team there. But like I said, we got to get there first. We've been practicing. We just had practice Tuesday. We're having practice tonight. Next week for our first playoff match, we're going to put in all the work we can to get there. And I feel confident.
Oh, wow.
I feel really confident in our team that we're putting in this work. We really want to get there.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's our goal. That's the plan.
Yeah, excited. Do you guys know who your first round matchup is?
No, we do not.
Okay.
Brackets are not even out yet.
All right.
So that's why
My fault, dude.
I am literally sitting here like, how is this bracket going to work out? Because like I said, it's 15 teams and not the, even 16.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I'm curious how they'll figure that out, given that there are 3 teams coming in with 1 seed. So should be interesting. If they'll use map, if they'll use strength of opponent, or if they'll use, round differential. It'll just be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see. But that's all for Siege.
You know what it's not all for, though?
What is it not all for?
Sam's Weekly Dinosaur Fact.
And it's time for Sam's Weekly Dinosaur Fact.
Brought to you by Sam.
Brought to you by Sam, our favorite Ark Survival of all players. Sam, what do you have for us today?
Man, so I didn't really want to give you guys a dinosaur fact as much as I wanted to give you guys a recap of my Ark Survival Evolved week.
Oh my goodness.
Because, this week I was gaming on Ark. I really was, yeah. And I really wasn't riding the dinosaurs as much this week. With the dinosaurs, I was canoeing in Ark. I was just hitting the canoes around I was hitting the canoe down the river, up in the ocean, just going nuts. Yeah, it was really fun. Canoes, they've been around for a while. They're made out of all types of different woods. Oars actually have a lot of technology, development that happened into them a long time ago. So you had some oars that were way longer with a lighter material. Then you had some heavier oars with a more surface area. It was just a really cool development in that space. Just wanted to talk about it. This has been Sam's Weekly Canoe Fact.
Sam's Weekly Canoe Fact. But thank you, Sam, for blessing us with more canoes.
And Josh, now that we're kind of, we're all done with regular seasons. One team has started their postseason run, but everyone else is about to start. as the Siege team, you guys are heading into playoffs. What do you think the highlight of your season was so far?
Oh, man, I think I'm going to have to go with the 6-0. Going undefeated for the vast majority of the season, proving, with a new roster.
Right.
Having, we have 4 returns, but we were incorporating a new person, especially with Siege where you're changing someone's position and we have to get used to new roles. You expect it to be tough. Not for us. I think we really adapted quickly. We, worked hard. We make sure we put it in practice. And it really showed this regular season. I mean, I'm sure you all saw the very dominant regular season we had. I mean, yes, we lost 1 game, but, I mean, come on now.
6-1 is still so strong.
That's crazy. With the new roster, too, I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm super proud of the team. I'm super proud of all the work we put in. But, man, I think if I were to pick one game, I think it was the game I dropped. It was just a funny thing for me is that I dropped 2 kills, 1 map, and then 0 kills the next map.
Hard.
Because it just was funny to me. The fact that I didn't have to do anything. Everyone was just killing people around me. I'm like, I'm here. But anytime I dropped more than 2 kills, apparently it was just a highlight of everyone was just watching me drop more than 2 kills.
I remember one map you dropped like 12 or something.
That was actually a match against Irvine.
Yep.
On the first map, I dropped 11 kills. And that was crazy. But, I think that was just a highlight. It's just, having that 6-1 start for a new roster and getting to playoffs in our first season with the new roster. So I'm super proud of our team. Ready for playoffs. Going to do what we need to do to get to grand finals.
Yeah.
But let me ask that question to you, Sam. You not actually playing this season, debuting as a coach, what would you say the highlight of your season was?
Yeah. So it's probably going to be a weird one, but so there's 2. Mm-hmm. One was the first match in Overwatch 1 when we played for that time before Overwatch 2 came out, where I had to fill on Diva, which is really weird. That was just a really weird time and I just remember it. But then the second time, honestly, is that Edgewood game we had in the regular season that we ended up losing. And it's not necessarily because I'm upset we lost, but it really showed our team's resilience, I think. Just moving forward towards the future, I was really proud of them in that loss to not be so boomed at each other. They played a really hard comp to play into, right? They played Pharah Mercy Ball, which is not many teams are doing. And so it was really hard to play into. It was just kind of difficult, but we brought it to map 5 and we were in it the whole game. Even though it was a more difficult strategy.
Shout out Reza, one of my favorite teammates.
Did he just walk behind us?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
That was Reza.
I love Reza, bro.
The MVP, I would say the MVP of my
He's
team,
so cool.
honestly, man.
Reza's so cool, man. I want him to sign my forehead. It would just go nuts, Reza.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, that Edgewood game I think really showed my team's resilience. It was a close match. I remember all my players had a lot of fun that match, despite the loss. It was super close, like I said. Yeah, I would say we turned up that match.
I look forward to seeing you next season.
Yeah.
I literally do. Because
you literally do.
I literally
Not
do.
figuratively.
I
literally
do because y'all got, y'all had a really rushed season.
Yeah.
So now that next, when the spring comes around, y'all actually have a planned out season and not just,
It'll be interesting because a lot of my players this semester, this was their first semester, right? Especially I'm not even thinking about Nathan, for example, has been on the team, but he had a full-time starting position, right? So this kind of rush season for a lot of them is the only thing they've truly experienced to start every match in, and that's not normal, right? So they didn't get a good our practice schedules got kind of messed up because we had 2 games every week, right? And we had 2 practices every week, but that was hard mentally because we're all in school. My team's old. All 21, 22. So we're all seniors, so we're all doing stuff.
But I understand. Like I said, with this next season, actually getting a dedicated play day and actually dedicated practice time, I look forward to seeing that. And I said, you'll still be coaching. Woo! I look forward to seeing more. Coach Sam.
Coach Juicebox.
But I think I want to go over some the other teams we have left. So, I mean.
Yeah, can I go over Val Academy?
Oh, you are more than welcome to go over Val Academy. That is your team. I feel like you had a great season casting their games.
Yeah, so my highlights is unfortunately, besides gameplay-wise, the highlight of the season was Clueless Cookie clutching a 3v1 with a Vandal on Viper on Pearl.
Didn't you do it twice?
Yeah, that was nuts. I remember that. I screamed like a chimpanzee when that happened. It went crazy. But honestly, probably one of my highlights of the semester just casting now this is going to be some behind-the-scenes action.
It's a behind-the-scenes
action. So, me and Colby, obviously you guys can't see us while a match is happening because you guys are watching the gameplay. But there have been a number of times where me and Colby just, like, stand up and just stare at each other while we're casting and just, like, rock, paper, scissors, like, silently, just, like, I don't know, do dumb stuff. One time, I really needed to, this is going to sound so stupid. Yeah. I thought B-Reel popped off during our match. You know what B-Reel is?
Oh.
Yeah, so I thought that happened. So I got up while I was talking in the middle of, like, in between 2 rounds and got my phone. While, like, I kept talking, doing, like, coloring between the rounds and talking the entire time. I went, checked my phone, brought it back to the desk, and then came down and still talked and then threw it to Colby. That was one of the funniest parts of the season.
I wish we had caught that on stream.
Yeah.
No, we just cut to the camera to be like, oh, wow.
Where's Sam?
Where is Sam?
Yeah. It definitely though, I mean, that one match on Pearl specifically when Clueless had that clutch, and then I believe Yuka had that Marshall 3K 2 rounds in a row.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that whole, I think that was the second half of that map was just nuts. I mean, there was a lot of TikTok clips hit there.
Oh,
I vividly remember some Grimwalls, Clueless just playing
the Grimwall
controller like a beast. Yeah. I mean, if I had to give like a highlight player of the season so far, it's really hard for me. It's in between Clueless and Misha personally for me. But
Misha was doing
yeah. I would personally give it to Clueless just because of the team chemistry around her when she was in seemed way like more unison, and she really filled that role, whatever the team needed. While Misha was just so dominant on Raze a lot of the time. Yeah, both of them, great players. Not saying anyone else wasn't.
Oh, no. The whole team performed really well this season. Like I said, getting the playoffs, that's their debut of Val Academy. I look forward to seeing what they do in the playoffs. I mean, I don't know if I got to say it, but I think, as you heard, my star player would have to be either Reza or Mosaic, or maybe even Fake Black Nick, the new player. Like, those fraggers, they really make their presence known on every map they play. I don't think there was one game where one of them wasn't dropping double-digit kills.
Yeah.
I don't think there was one time I saw that happen. I didn't get to see that happen. So, I mean, shout out to them.
Different.
So, I'd actually move to you. Who would you say is your highlight, standout player for Overwatch?
For Overwatch
1 and Overwatch 2 if you want.
Okay. So this one's, I'm going to give a little more than, so, I mean, Ethan has to be the highlight player. Some of the clips he hit was just pretty absurd. On the Sojourn specifically, and Hanzo, he would just sometimes not miss. So fun to watch.
Simply built different.
Yeah.
Simply.
I really want to, I want to take some time to highlight all of my players, if that's okay, because our season's completely over.
Pretty perfect.
I guess I want to start with Skyblaze. He really came into a big like leadership-like position on our team, just being a guy that always is trying to grind his like the hardest and be the best player he can while figuring out what the team needs as well. So that like mentality of team first while wanting individually, that's like something that I really appreciate, and that's what I try to instill in all my players. And he was just a really good example of that in our team. And then his support duo on the starting roster was Matthew, who came in halfway through our season when just kind of Val Gold, Val Premier wanted to come play Overwatch for his last semester just because Overwatch 2 is fun, LOL. He had a good time with it, so he came back. But he was still like, last semester, I think I kind of said on interviews, me and him were kind of like the driving force analytically of our team, and he just hopped right back in, figuring out like, where can I play this character like this, new game, new metas, new strats. He really was innovating in that role, specifically on Kiriko. He picked up that hero super fast and figured out just some nuts ways to play that character. Let's then see.
Starkey.
Yeah, so Starkey, he is the only freshman besides, so Clay and him were the 2 freshmen coming into this year, right?
Okay.
And so Clay, I'll start with him because his time was more in Overwatch 1, while there was 2 tanks instead of 1, because we kind of in scrims figured out Nathan just kind of fit Zarya, Diva, that kind of area more than Ymir. But Ymir had a great time just fitting in and like really wanted to improve as much as he can, while just feel like it's your freshman semester. I mean, you can remember how chaotic that
Oh my
was.
goodness.
And like same for Starkey, you know, both those guys are 18 and playing with a whole bunch of like 21, 22-year-olds and just slotting right in, wanting to be the best players they can be. Starkey was, you know, really okay with sitting on the bench while Lane was kind of the starting player. That's reflex for the viewers at home. So Lane was just kind of on the starting, and then when I was like, okay, Starkey, I want you to work on Sombra, because I think that was a meta prediction we kind of saw coming. And so Starkey really picked up that Sombra, and I think we subbed him in first on that Edgewood game, and he kind of got the starting position from that match. So just kind of Lane and him competing between that starting spot was really nice to see, just that pure competitive drive. But yeah, Nathan, Nathan is my most improved player of this year, just by sheer, you know, he was a bench player previously, like last semester, and the year prior on DPS, and he came to me this semester and he was like, what does our team need? And I was like, well, we need an off tank, right? So for Overwatch 1. So he picked up the D.Va and the Zarya. He got to Diamond on it, which is awesome.
Crazy.
But then in Overwatch 2, he kind of really stepped up in that position, always asking people around him like what he can do better on the role to step up. So Nathan really just being a team player, being okay with, you know, making mistakes, but also wanting to grow in his role. And tank is a really hard role in Overwatch because it's the one that gets punished the most. You have to do things first. You have to be decisive. But yeah. And then my two other, sorry, I have a lot of players.
You do have a big team.
So, you know, then we have Anubis. You know, he was there every scrim too, filling in. I think he had one match where he played for Overwatch 1 on the Lucio, but it's been great to have him around too, just having a team where there are substitute players and people that want to play and want to get better. That's awesome.
That
really just awesome. Makes the and then finally Nelly.
Well, Nelly.
Last but not least, Nelly just again great. Like as a bench player, kind of a substitute player in that role, but she also really came into her own as an analyst in some sort of ways, right? Like, hey, like I vividly remember in scrims, Lane. This is a bit of a story. Lane did something on Tracer, and Nelly after the map said, "Lane, you're trolling. What are you doing?" And Nelly was like, "Hey, fix this." Wow. And I was like, "All right."
I think it shows a lot of other sides to your players that you didn't expect.
Yeah.
I think Overwatch really brought that out of them, and that's like something good to see, especially as a coach. Like, I don't always have to be that coach. Like, I have players who are willing to be like, "Yo, guys, we're kind of trolling."
Yeah.
You don't have to be the one doing that. I mean, that's always great to see. Like, especially from my eyes, if I know one of my other players, you know, stepping in and be like, "Yo, guys, we need to do this." Like, I'm like, you do you, man. You do you.
Yeah.
But just some other shots for the other teams. I mean, for Rocket League Gold and Black, I mean, Black really shut out this season, especially, I'll even say Rocket League Gold. I mean, they've had some new players come in. You know, they can only go up from here, especially Rocket League Gold. I mean, with the inclusion of Spade, who came in really late in the season, who came in like early in the season, but, you know, still have to get used to him playing. I think they still have a lot to prove. And I think next semester is going to prove. I mean, Rocket League Academy, I don't know what to say about them. You never know who to expect to. And thank you, Construction Noise.
Yeah, there was just I don't know if they could pick that up.
A drill just went off.
Yeah, just a drill went off.
That went off. But Rocket League Academy,
freaky.
I mean, you never know who to expect to pop off in Rocket League Academy. I mean, that team is unpredictable. You know, 1 minute you can have Strength, 1 minute you can have Jay, next you can have Insanity, or you can have Prexlet.
Yeah.
You never know who to expect. And I will say every one of them, I don't think there's not a single time I came to and there was not a Rocket League player in here just grinding.
Just on the grind, yeah.
I mean, Rocket League, I would definitely say is one of the teams I'm really excited to meet going into next semester and just seeing what they can bring to the table. And as for Val Premier, you know, very tough seasons for them, but first time they got to play together as a team. You know, I just hopefully that next semester they, you know, work on the things they need to work on, learn from this season, and, you know, go up from here.
Oh, yeah.
And Smash, one of the more exciting teams, I would say. Smash was always fun to be around. A lot of energy. They, even win or loss, they were having a good time. I think they truly just loved the game of Smash and just, you know, they're just glad to be able to play at a collegiate level, play on almost a semi-professional level. And, you know, like I said, with the even with the Academy team playoffs today, I look forward to that. Make sure there's anyone else. League of Legends,
Lol. I don't know. I don't think we need to season recap the teams that still have postseason.
That's true.
Personally.
That's true. And then I think and especially like Omega Strikers, not Omega Strikers, Guilty Gear. Some of their players, some really standout players this season, competing in some tournaments. Shout out No Voidus. Remember seeing him on Twitter. I think he ended up getting 4th in the tournament. No, that guy, he's really good at Guilty Gear, man. Todd, my boy Todd. And to any of our future teams coming to USM next semester.
Yeah.
I am excited to see what y'all bring to USM.
I think we need to talk about next semester because we got some tryouts coming out.
Yes, we do. So we just had COD tryouts the other. Well, more of a COD interests me because League had a game, so we didn't want to interrupt our game time. We had a lot of people show up. It was a great turnout.
That's awesome.
We also did learn that there will only be one COD team. With it being a new game, we do not want to add too many teams. We got to learn how to do it one team first. But I think the competition is going to be fierce for that starting roster and for those subs. I think it's going to be interesting to see who's really dedicated to playing on the COD team, and I look forward to it. I'm going to be watching from the outside looking. I'm not going to play for the team, but as someone with playing on the USM COD team, I'm actually kind of interested to see who all shows up, who all actually comes in and show out. And then we have Smash Track. We have Smash tonight. On the 11th, which is Friday, actually tomorrow.
Yeah.
We have interest me in Magic the Gathering in arenas, and then also Rainbow Six Siege. I would love to see some Rainbow Six Siege.
Turn out.
Recruits who are interested. You're joining a great. I'm just saying, any team you try out for, you're joining a fantastic organization. It's kind of like your second family on campus. So I would highly recommend, even if you're just want to come meet us or just get a feel for it, you are more than welcome. Because I would love to just see people in here just playing games, whether you join casually, competitively. It's just great to see y'all in here.
Oh yeah.
Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
Saturday, we have Omega Strikers. No, I think they have a tournament.
Yeah, I think that's their tournament day.
I think that's their tournament day. But Omega Strikers interest me at 5 p.m. All of these are at
5 and 6.
5 and 6.
Yeah. I think the only 6 are those Val, Overwatch 2, and Rocket League when we get to those.
We have those. Then we have, I think for the 12th, we have Guilty Gear, League of Legends, and Pokemon.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day.
That's going to be a big day. And then we have Valorant tryouts at 6 p.m. on the 14th. 15th, we have Overwatch 2. Woo! And then 16th, we have Rocket League.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see how many people try.
I would definitely recommend, if you have at all any interest of even just being around people that play that game, at least for me, I want to see you
I definitely want to see some Siege players, especially with me graduating in December and Reza. No,
not like
not next month, but like the next December.
I would
love to see
clarify that for the
please
viewers.
clarify that too. But I definitely feel like our Siege team. I would love to see y'all in here. Love to see some prospective players who are interested in joining the team. Any game, honestly, I just want to see y'all in here. We want to see y'all in here. We want y'all to enjoy your time here at USM. What better way than by playing video games? But before we wrap up our podcast, because I feel like we had a lot to talk about today. Sam, your week in gaming. Besides your canoeing and art.
Yeah, so this is actually where I tell you that's like the only thing I've done in my week of gaming.
You were just canoeing?
Like I haven't really played many games this week, to be honest. And when I did, it was, actually, I have a story. So I have this friend named Colby. It is not the Colby.
Oh, there's another one?
Yeah, it is not Colby that is the League of Legends, my co-caster. It's another guy. And we were sitting in algorithms. Right? We're doing, that class is really hard.
I've taken that semester.
And I was like, okay, Colby is just like, he has his notes out, whatever. He's on the laptop with his PowerPoint. He's taking notes. Then I look over as he reaches into his backpack, right? He pulls out a gaming mouse. And I'm like, okay, this is a little strange. What is going to become of this? And he plugs in his mouse. And I was confused. Our professor went on a little tangent of not a subject, it was still important, obviously.
Of course.
I was still taking the notes. But then Colby boots up Minecraft.
Oh my gosh.
And Colby starts going a little nuts on the craft. Just going nuts, and then the professor went back onto the next topic of the slides, and he closed it. So that's been I would say my most gaming experience this week is watching someone play Minecraft in the middle of the hardest class in computer science.
I had taken next semester.
He also played Super Auto Pets for a little bit.
Protect Marriage just said what?
Super Auto Pets goes nuts. Yeah. But yeah, my week in gaming, A little strange.
That was strange. My week gaming. No, of course Siege, COD. Played some Magic.
Sorry,
got
man.
my new deck in. Also play some Mega Strikers too. It's very interesting. It's one of. I know. Look. I have not.
Oh, sorry. Oh,
If I told you I play Overwatch 2, would you believe me?
maybe.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I know. Ever since the get-go, I had no time to play. I need to get. Like I said, we got playoffs coming soon. I got to get back and see. I got to get on that Siege grind, man.
So, when are we hitting up the Fortnite duos, Josh?
When I'm actually good at the game, and no, actually, funny story about that. My Epic account was hacked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I usually sign through Xbox,
Huh.
and I have two-factor authentication on. Yeah, I can no longer log into that account, by the way, because under a new email address, and I can't get access to it. So all my skins, all my V-Bucks, which is 100,
All 100 of your
all
V-Bucks.
100, all my games I had in the Epic library now gone. No, the games I had Fall Guys.
No way.
I had all the other free games, Epic. No,
Yeah.
but those are the games I had. There was
Borderlands.
nothing even linked to the account. So I'm like, really, you took the account for no reason.
So,
You took it for my skins.
Eagle Nation, I want you guys to take this away from our, just being here. Make sure your email address is one you can access if you have two-factor
Well, it
authentication.
was an email. Like I said, it was hacked, so it got changed. So I had to create a new Epic account.
Unreal.
I'm now
Unreal.
I'm a no skin in Fortnite now.
I'm on no skin in Fortnite.
Yeah, all my skins, man, it's just gone. I had a John Wick skin. I had.
Shout out Abby Stackler, my younger sister. She's nuts on the Fortnite. She is not a no skin.
Oh, I guess
She pops kids with a Darth Vader skin.
I'd be scared to see a Darth Vader run across my way.
Yeah.
But that was our
Abby's different. Future of Eagle Esports, the Fortnite team.
that was our week in gaming, and that about wraps up
Yeah, I know.
another episode.
I mean, thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you guys have a splendid week, a wonderful time, and as always, Southern Miss to the top.